Hi everyone, welcome back to Alcove Health Women's Clinic. This week I'm here in the clinic with one of our registered nurses, Kinta, who is also our nurse manager, and we're talking about a blog that got a lot of attention. The topic of the blog was how soon after an abortion can I get pregnant? And Kinta, you would say that's not the right question to ask first.
The first question would be, have you gotten the 2-week follow-up exam that is recommended after any type of abortion procedure? Okay. The purpose of that is to make sure that the abortion was complete.
Okay.
There are, unfortunately, times when not all of the pregnancy, they call it products of conception, okay, are actually expelled from the uterus during a procedure. And so that's why they recommend a 2-week follow-up exam. And that really needs to be done by the provider because nurses like us are not qualified to confirm that.
Okay, and that's when I hear you using the term incomplete abortion.
Correct.
That's what that means.
It means some part of the pregnancy is still in the uterus.
Okay, and Kinta, you're not just talking theoretically.
No, that happens, and it can cause infection. Okay. It can cause heavy bleeding, but we've had women that come back here with a new pregnancy, or so they thought, and then they find out it was a pregnancy that they thought they had aborted a month or two prior.
Right.
And we can still see some of that.
Okay.
Not always, but there have been times where we can still see that.
Okay, and the follow-up would make sure that does not happen.
Correct.
Perfect.
And typically, just back to that, the reason that happens is because they did not go to the follow-up exam like they were supposed to.
Okay, and so for the woman who says, check, I did the follow-up, that's done. Now I want to know how soon after an abortion do I need to worry about getting pregnant?
So almost, right away. Okay. What's interesting is abortions, miscarriages, and births all reset the ovulation cycle. Okay. So after each of those, women can spot for 2, 4, or even 6 weeks after an abortion. So during that time, we have this false sense of security that I can't get pregnant. Well, because you're spotting, you don't realize you ovulate before you get a period. When you ovulate and you don't get pregnant, that's when you get a period. Okay. So which means that during that time where it's like iffy because I'm still spotting, that ovulation can occur. You haven't realized it, and then the next thing you know, you're pregnant again.
Because if you're saying, I'm going to wait until I get my period to know then that I'll start ovulating, the point is you ovulated a couple weeks ago.
Or you wouldn't have gotten your period. Correct.
And so that causes a lot of confusion, and that could lead to another unplanned pregnancy.
Correct. Okay. And then the reverse of that would be some women decide after they have an abortion, they do want to get pregnant again. And
that's our question. I'm so glad you said that. Listen, that's the question. So most of the women that we're talking about are saying, I had an abortion. I don't want to get pregnant again.
Right,
Help me know how not to.
Correct.
But the question, I'm glad you asked that, because the question this week is from a twist on that. It's, I want to get pregnant again. I had an abortion. I want to get pregnant again. How soon after an abortion can I start trying?
So most OBGYNs would recommend that you wait 1 full period cycle. Okay. Maybe 2, but at least 1 to just give your body a little bit of time to reset. Okay, at least 1.
Wait at least for 1 true menstrual cycle, not the bleeding from the abortion.
Correct. That doesn't count.
Right, and that's where it's also a lot of fuzzy, because just because there's bleeding naturally after an abortion, that is not your period.
Correct.
Okay. Correct. It's a lot to think about,
isn't it? Yes.
And so for a woman out there who says, I had an abortion, I didn't think I could get pregnant again so soon, and now I think I might be. What is your advice to her?
Come on into Alcove Health. We do free pregnancy tests. We do ultrasounds to confirm placement of the pregnancy. We want to make sure it's in the uterus, measurements to see how far you are, and then also measure the heartbeat to see if the pregnancy is viable. And all of it's free.
Yeah, it's one of the things I love about our services here. They are simple, meaning you can go online, you can make an appointment and get in pretty quickly. Every service is free, and all of them are confidential. So you will find on the end screen our website. You can go on there and request an appointment, or actually schedule an appointment if you're here in the Newport News area. We would love to see you. We look forward to talking with you. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.